Scorpio, this is Psychic Tracey Brown coming to you today to do your January 2020 horoscopes. How are my Scorpios today? So, Scorpios, we had an eclipse yesterday, and there is kind of like this 3 day rule before and 3 day rule after. So, I don't want any of you to miss the opportunity to light a plain white candle. Okay, this is one of my many white candles. I kind of like the religious candles sometimes because they give you this whole big prayer on the back. And I want you to write your letters to your highest authority. All right, I like to write my letter to God and Jesus. And this is an example, not an example, this is my letter right here. All right. After you write your letters, usually I tell people to burn it, but this time just stick around for a little bit. I live by myself, so I like to put it on my nightstand. Just hold on to it for a week. Maybe keep looking at it. If you forget something, add to it. And then in about a week's time, there's no rule, then you could get rid of it, burn it, but just be safe, when you do something like that. My tarot class begins February 26th, so I'm giving everybody enough time to invest in the tarot class. Check out my website, Traceybrownlive.com, where you will be prompted immediately to go into the tarot class to get your information. However, once you press tarot class, I think that is the next button. Then you'll get everything. You'll get my email address, a text number, to get your own personal readings, especially Scorpio, if you want to elaborate more on anything that I said today. So, with that being said, what is around my Scorpio's God for the month of January? And I'm so happy to hear often that these readings resonate with someone. I wonder sometimes, and it never fails me that it absolutely does resonate, resonate with someone. And someone mentioned yesterday that my energy was low in the readings that I was doing for January, and you're right, it was low. I don't think it's any better, but I am fully affected by eclipse energy. All right, it takes me left, it takes me right, pulls me down. It used to wire me up, but I guess I'm getting too old for that. So now it just, like, really, it's the eclipse energy is like a drug to me. It's just doesn't take away from my psychic ability. It just means I respect where my body is at when I'm feeling a certain kind of way. And so I just don't push the envelope. And I had a job to do. I had to do these horoscopes. And I'm not animated, with the way that you're accustomed to. All right? And I like to tell people I'm not a goddamn puppet. This is not what you're supposed to get. So if I have to adjust my energies to some planetary concerns, which really affects me, eclipse energy. I'm a Leo, automatic. I deal with the sun, but I also have a Scorpio moon. So every eclipse affects me. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Scorpio. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see, Father God. Scorpios are your children. They're your loves. They're your beloved. Please, Father God, authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. All right. Scorpio, the first thing that's coming up is the shadow side. But you know what's interesting about you, Scorpios? I believe Scorpios are always in the shadow. I believe that there's something the Scorpios always need to work on. What is your shadow, right? Is it sex? Is it gambling? Is it drugs? What's your secret, Scorpio? Because Scorpios are full of quietude and secrecy. And, is it your demon as well? Like, what is it that could come back to haunt you? Because I really feel something there, and according to spirit, it could be something there at work. So, is it something for you to be aware of, or is it something that you're doing? Either way, these readings are here to help facilitate that change for awareness, or facilitate that change where you already know and stop it. However, I always think the most intuitive sign, even though many of you would take credit, like, no, I'm the most intuitive. No, Scorpios are the most intuitive. And the reason why Scorpios are the most intuitive is because they're quiet. So they pick up on subtleties that you would never pick up on. Pick up on the subtleties at work, Scorpio. Listen to what people are saying. You're not crazy. You're spiritually in tune. And you don't have to be right, because people like to call intuitive people crazy, but you have to be like, sounds to me like we might be getting laid off soon. And then everybody's like, you're so crazy, don't stop saying that. And it's like, oh, okay, you're right. I'm not talking about just layoffs, but there's some dramatic event coming at your job. I think it's personal. I don't think it's like a big thing. I think it's personal. I think listen to the clues. I think if your boss says to you, hey, so we have to meet. You're doing an amazing job. Let's meet at 9 o'clock tomorrow. You're probably not doing an amazing job. It's probably a trick. All right, I had a client that happened to once, and boy, she called me right before. She didn't see herself, on a particular schedule, and she already knew though, right? That's the Scorpio energy. I don't know if she's a Scorpio, but that's what Scorpios would do. And she called me, and I was like, She's like, I wasn't on the books, and now they're telling me when I come in to come see the supervisor. And I was like, don't go see that supervisor, not tonight. I was like, can you call out? And she said, yes, I can call out. I was like, you better call out, because you need to think this through. You need to think about what it is you're going to do next. And sure enough, between her and I, she was real smart to call me. It was late. It was like one of my last readings. And I almost didn't take it because it was so late. But I always listened to Spirit. And Spirit was like, who would call you this late, Tracy? And I was like, you're right. Which meant somebody needed me. 15 minutes, she did. Bingo, bango. She saved herself. I'm not sure what happened in the end, to be honest with you. But I know she saved herself from a particular event by her and I having a 15-minute powwow. This feels like something very similar, Scorpio. It involves a woman. It does involve a change of unexpected magnitude. Again, I'm still not sure if it's bad or good. There's definitely some good news coming in. Something about money. It's a trick, though. It's good news coming in. It's going to be given by a woman. It's major, major change. Like, everything turns upside down. Not in a bad way. It looks good. And then they might even give you more money. So let's say it's something like you're a contractor. Let's say it's that. And you've always wanted to go to Iran to work because the money's huge over there, right? And so they're like, hey, let's meet tomorrow. And you're like, I've not done anything wrong. There's no, like, my review isn't even up. I got my review 2 months ago. Why is my boss meeting me? And then you call me. And then we look at it, and I'm like, oh, it's not a bad thing, but it does involve your job. It actually is good news. It actually is good money. But I get this wicked card in all of this, right? And so it makes me think I've got to pull the spiritual inside of me and have to be like, what is it? What is it? And what if it's like, so as a contractor, we have to send you to Iraq. In today's climate, maybe going to Iraq might have been good in October. In today's climate, you would be like, mm-mm. And maybe this is what you've always wanted because the money's so big over there. It's like, now they send me. It doesn't mean you can't go. It just means at this stage of the game, do you want to go? Now, if you're military, you won't have a choice. But if you're a contractor, you have a choice. Or do you? What if you don't go and then they don't keep you? Like, again, I'm back to this card. Where you're like, oh, you know, thank you. But now I have a baby and I can't go. And then the threat comes. It's like, oh, well, maybe we didn't say it the way you understood it, but if you don't go, we don't have a place for you here. What is that? All right? And whatever this is, it could be a team of people that go with you. I get water, air, earth. I feel like this is something that is mandatory. Now, I gave you something that is like extreme. I can't picture what else this could look like, but it just looks like there's a team that needs to be pulled together and you guys have to do this thing, project thing, and it just changes everything. Whatever this is, it changes everything. Like your whole life is turned upside down, and yet you have money, and yet you have no say. All right, all right. And again, I'll repeat this 100 times. It could be for work, and it will not. I don't see it as a necessary regret, like the final outcome. Nope, nope, nope. And someone just said something. The only other thing that this could be, thank you for saying something that triggered me, which is you might have left a whole bad situation behind. You might have turned everything upside down, and you might have left a whole bad situation behind. All right, guys. Let me know who and what this applies to, and email me for your own personal reading. So let's look at romance now. Oh, Scorpios. Many Scorpios going to try to get pregnant. Might already have a child. If you have a child, you're going to get pregnant anyway. All right? It looks to me like there's a Scorpio out there that is going to get pregnant. All right? Also, I see same-sex couple investing in pregnancy. All right? Also, I just think that there's a potential for a child to already be there, and then there's a pregnancy. All right. If there's a choice between a water sign man and an earth sign woman, I definitely think you're going to choose the earth sign woman, but I think you're going to miss the water sign man. But it's not your fault. I think the water sign man is not in compliant with your direction and your needs, and it just like he's not moving forward big enough for you. If there's an earth sign man that you're hoping to invest in, this is earth. He's hella sneaky and he's stuck. He's stuck. He's very, very stuck. And he's hella sneaky. And it takes forever before the truth comes out. But if you've been with this person for 2 months or more, the truth is starting to come out and starting to unravel. He's still hella sneaky. So good luck with the earth sign. Scorpio. If there is an air sign man that you're thinking about having some fun with, and this is a workplace fun, don't do it. Or if you've already done it, good luck. Because I really feel like you're going to be in a position of not knowing what this is during the light of day and knowing who you are after work, but I just don't think it feels good. So, are you a secret during the day in front of the co-workers, but at night you're his whore? Sorry. Not fun at all. And if this is a situation, my prayer is that you, Scorpio, handle this. Scorpio's a secret anyway. But I just feel like this secrecy is an advantage of the air sign man, not an advantage for you. There's some karmic victory here, particularly involving siblings. Karmic victory, particularly involving siblings, or karmic victory, particularly involving childhood past issues. There's just something that's going to come up, and you're going to be like, well, that just validates everything. All right? Almost in a way where you never believed in revenge, which is odd for Scorpio, but never acted on it. Let's just say that. And that would be very common for a Scorpio. Scorpios might announce that they're going to kill you. They're the ones that would probably never. All right? But if you get a Scorpio wishing you were dead, that's just as bad because energy's real. So you might trip over and break an ankle if you let Scorpio's energy get pulled into this. Not having faith, victory, being able to move forward. And I'm going to say it this way, but no longer capable of self-sabotaging yourself if there's some trauma in your past that somehow gets validated, gets cleared up, you get to talk about. There's some self-sabotaging antics that you relinquish now. And my prayer is that what you relinquish is drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex addiction. And I'm going to say it this way, maybe childhood trauma, maybe where some trauma has hurt you so bad that you don't have healthy relationships, and that you're starting to reconsider like what healthy sexual relationships look like. There's something about, at least, I'm going to say in 2020, I think it might get triggered in January, at least where there's an investment in some childhood trauma and recognizing that you've always been sabotaging yourself and allowing yourself to move past it because now it's in your face, and dealing with it, but no longer in a sabotaging kind of way. Now, interesting though that the sabotage is in the forefront, but that's not what Spirit told me. Spirit told me that it's self-sabotaging antics that's in the forefront that you now can see. All right, let me stop here. Starting to get a little deep. If there's a fire sign woman at work, it's a decent match. I don't like workplace romances. It's a decent match, but there's some sacrifice. So if this is a woman at work that you kind of know, she's the one, somebody better consider quitting and finding a new job, and that's the sacrifice. All right? Ooh, fire sign man, air sign woman, money. All right. You would think this was romance, but it isn't. There's a fire sign male and an air sign woman. They could be together, and they want your money. Looks like a Ponzi scheme. Scorpios, don't give up your money in January. Please do not give up your money in January. Pisces is never going to go because you asked in the middle of a Scorpio reading. Respect the sign that I am in. I'm doing these live. Respect Scorpios. Now I'm going to take longer for Scorpio. Be careful, Scorpio, of a scheme. Be careful of get rich quick. Remember, Scorpios, you guys are really, really smart, but there is something in the air that's going to make you respond to something out there where it's like, it's not Bitcoin, but it's something very similar where if you join and then you get so many people to join, and that's how you make money by getting so many people to join, it feels like a Ponzi scheme, but it's not going to seem that way. Or it's going to be like, within a month's time, if you invest this amount, you could gain, triple the amount, and it's not true. You're not going to create any gains. And when you don't create the gain, like you might get a check for $1 and you invested $500, and they're going to say, no, that's your fault because part of your job is to recruit. Don't get in, Scorpio. Okay, good. There's a legal situation that you are way hesitant about. So, Scorpio, if you think you want to sue somebody, it's exhausting. Don't do it. You might even have a case. Don't do it. You cannot do it in January. And this might be a really good case because I get legal here. I would have to say, don't do it. Thank you, Mecca. Don't do anything legal in January. I have to say, you don't know what you have legally for about 4 to 5 weeks or 4 to 5 months. Do not look at the legal case in terms of greed. Don't be like, this case is worth $1 million, you should sue. Do not listen to people. Okay? Nobody's giving you the right advice. But everything's going to turn around magically for you, especially if you're dealing with the air sign man, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Some of you want to get pregnant. It's pregnant in the beginning, and I'm going to end it with pregnancy here. I really feel like there's a pregnancy for many Scorpios. I really feel like if Scorpios wind up pregnant, like roll out the red carpet, I really feel like you're going to be taken care of and nurtured if you get pregnant, right? I also feel like if some Scorpios want to buy a home, even though I'm not a fan of buying a home right now with everything that's going on in the climate, but here they're telling me that the Scorpios would have already bought a home, or they're so far invested in getting a home that if you got a home, it would actually be okay for you. Just remember, the market has to crash. If the market crashes, your loan value is going to be so much higher than the value of your property. And that's why I'm telling everyone to wait. And so now I'm thinking, because it's so far down, now I'm telling you to wait, Scorpio. Wait, wait. The market is going to, really take a hit. And there are some great loans out there right now, right? That's because they know the market's going to hit. These are experts. So now they advertise these great mortgage rates. They're 000. Don't fall for it because the prices of the home have not fallen yet. You're going to get so much better if you just wait. All right. Let's get this party ended. And thank whoever that was because you got an extended reading, especially to get to that loan part. That was really important to know. So thank you, whoever made that mistake. It's all good in the end. 7 of emotions. It says your angels are asking you to make an important decision, like I said in the beginning, that you've been putting off, like maybe buying a home. It's likely you know which choice you should make, but you're procrastinating so you don't upset someone else. Ask heaven for guidance and then make the choice that celebrates who you are. All right, guys, if there's anything here you want to elaborate for your own personal reading, go to Traceybrownlive.com. The first thing that's going to show up is tarot class. Press on the button to get in the website. Once you press on that button, you will see my email address and my text message. And by the way, if you want to join the tarot class, you have enough time. Once you submit your name, then you'll get more information on how to pay and what you need to have for the class. Please subscribe. Please like and share. Please share. Please comment. My favorite parts of my readings are the comments and the sharing. If you subscribe, press the bell and then press all so that you get all these uploads. And there's just a lot going on all at the same time, so don't miss out on any of the uploads. Thank you, Scorpio. Thank you for putting up with me. You have options. Exercise your choices. But thank you for this. Bye, Scorpios.